Welcome to our second videos. We will be working on W3.js Selectors. Okay, so we'll be going over the selectors and what they do with some examples, some visual examples. First things first. Okay, so our syntax will be W3.action, and in the parentheses we'll have our selector. Okay, so the action is performed on the selected elements. Okay, so if we have, say, W3.hide selector, okay, it will hide the selector. Okay, you can use CSS selectors to target elements. Parentheses in red shows how the element can be targeted. In the visual guide, you'll see right here, as you can see, it's telling you what it is and how it can be targeted. That's an H4 element, and it also has an ID of section title. Okay, the next one's a paragraph element. This one, second string right here, is a paragraph element and has a class of P element. Okay, to see changes, you can click show /hide /refresh to change. We use W3 hide, W3 show, and W3 toggle show in this one. So right here I have a quick thing that I made. It's not listed on here. Actually, yes it is. Okay. So some of the selectors with examples. Okay. The star selector selects all elements in a document. This selects the current HTML element. P.intro selects all P elements with a class of intro. A div P selects all P elements inside all div elements. Div P first child will select the first P element inside all div elements. And we have an href attribute, selects all elements with href attribute, and also an A and attribute, which is target blank, selects all A elements with a target attribute value equal to blank. As you can see here, A, and then attribute target equals blank. And then the next one is we have a P element with a ninth child, even, selects all even P elements. Okay, each one's have our links to separate things if you would like to check them out. And as you can see, it will bring up the link and show you. Okay, so what this will do, as in this W3.hide this, when you click the button, okay, it will hide this. Okay, meaning this element right here. Okay, so we'll run it again. As you can see, we have the button, and using W3.hide, and for a selector we use this. This will hide this element being the button, so when you click it, it's hidden. Okay, that's just an example. Alright, so let's get to our visual element here. So we're going to use W3.hide, and we're going to hide the paragraph element, which is P. Okay, so this will hide all paragraph elements. And as you can see, it hides the paragraph element, the first one, and the second one right here, because it is a paragraph element. Okay, and we just use a simple refresh to bring it back. We could use a show button or refresh. Next, we use the we're going to use on a ID selector, W3.hide, and we'll be using the ID of section title to select to it. Okay, so when we hit the click to hide, as you can see, it hides the main title right here. Okay, with the ID of section title. Okay, now the next one is W3.show. and we'll be doing W3.show, and we'll be doing an ID again, which will be section title, as you can see right here, sec title. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide it first, which will take that main title out, and then we're using show now, so we can click the button to show the element. Okay, so if we wanted to hide it, we can use hide, or we can show it. Okay, vice versa. There's also plenty of other things we can use. We can use a toggle and things like that. Okay, now we're going to do a W3 show with an attribute using href equals link. Okay, so we got the same thing as before, and we have a link right here, which is not active, just so you know. It's a link, and this is a link also, but this one has it's an a tag. It's an href equals link to, and also a target blank. Okay, so when we click hide, what do you think it's gonna hide? It will hide the link that was right here. Okay, since we're targeted by the attribute href equals link, and you show it again. Now, as you can see, we're targeting it right here. Show link right here. Here we go. This is our section. So here's our two buttons. Okay, we're using on clicking this one to make it easier, just for a visual guide. All right. So what we're doing is we're doing an on click, and on clicking we're using the W3.show function, and for the selector we're using href link, and then also to hide that element we're using the same link. Just the only difference is we're using .show and .hide. Okay, so that will hide this element right here, hide and show this element, since it has the href of link. Okay, now we have a W3 toggle show, and we'll be targeting an href attribute. Okay, so we have the same setup again. W3.toggle show href toggle show will toggle show / hide elements by selector href. Okay, so if we toggle, as you can see, both our links are disappearing because they are both hrefs, and you'll see right here as because they both have the hrefs, because all a tags have an href to it attribute. We can also click to hide them, click to show them, and what we're using right now is a toggle. We're using W3.toggle show, and as you can see, the links come back and forth, hide and show as a toggle. Okay, we're using a button as a simple toggle, which is located right here, and that'll be using a button, and on click W3.toggle show, and that'll be an href. So now for another example, we're going to use W3 toggle show, and we're going to do a p element, class of p element. So what we'll do is we got a p element, which is right here. Toggle show function will toggle show / hide elements by selector .p element, which is a class. Okay, so if we hide that, you can see that disappear and show, but also we can toggle it. Okay, and that'll toggle the element back and forth. Thank you for taking a look at some selectors. I hope you're grasping the concept. It was a nice little visual guide I showed you here. Code will be in the documentation description. It's code link. Thank you. W3.js out.